Public Schools is big on mentors in the school, especially for Black males. Many parents can or are not allowed to access their students' buildings because of their background, certain felonies and misdemeanors. Certain felonies that concern safety of students is understanding, but what about those that don't concern safety of students and staff? Candidate Jackson?
Don't criminalize parents or guardians that have students, because if I get a phone call today and because I have a misdemeanor that my child is being bullied, I guess I might just be arrested because I'm going to the school and check on my student. And I think it's sad that follows people all their lives because of a mistake that they made in their past. As long as they have not did something that harmed the child to give them their criminal record, they should have accessibility like anybody else to go into the schools and check on and support their child.
Thank you. Candidate Moore?
Yeah, it's true, and there is no set in stone policy, and if you talk to certain administrators, they may argue this, but you're right. Parents that have criminal backgrounds are often not allowed to participate in the school, even if those criminal backgrounds have nothing to do with the safety of children. I have heard accounts of this from principals themselves. In order for parents to volunteer, they have to fill out a background check form, and I think that is, again, a way that alienates parents who may not want those ladies in the office to know what they did, 10 years ago if they had some, misdemeanor charge. So I think that is a problem. We already have a central registry check. It's the same thing that your daycare providers do. I think that is sufficient because that will pull things that have to do with the safety of children. That has to do with, child abuse and neglect and related things. I don't think that it's necessary to have a criminal background check beyond that in order to volunteer in our schools and participate with children during the school day. If you are in a one-on-one capacity and you are somewhere private and separate.
Candidate Morris?
I don't think you should be perpetually punished for something that you did a long time ago. I think that making a blanket rule for all felons or all misdemeanors is wrong-headed and not very well thought out. In fact, it's lazy. We need to look at every situation, and if it's not affecting the safety of the children, if they've served their time to society and they're not on any restrictions, I believe they should be able to participate in the school system.
Candidate Herschel?
I have a lot of friends with felonies that I've talked with, and they are good people. With the mentoring program, that is the background check is done, and if there is a felony, there are a few felonies that protrude you from being ever working in the schools. Sexual assault, anything with children. All the other ones, they're treated with a case by case for the mentoring program, that they can, if it's you've gone out and wrote bad checks 15 years ago, that's not going to hurt a child. I mean, I had this discussion when the mentoring program was out with Dr. Rice about felons, and that some people do change their life, but there has to be some proof too that your life has changed.
Thank you. Would anybody like to repeat?
I'm really sorry. Oh, you go ahead. You can do this one.
So, is there a actual policy written? Because I don't know what that policy is. I know that I have friends that have students in our district, and they are very passionate and active members that involved in football, rugby football, and all type of things with their children, traveling all over the state, and cannot come back to their hometown, according to them, and get in the schools. And so, and I know that a lot of their criminal activities is from a long time ago and does not involve anything that will criminalize a child in any form. So I guess I would like to be brought up to date on, is there a written policy about the records or what is it? Like about if someone has a record, depending on the record, or is this like putting out everybody that you did not know to the schools?
What I have been told is that it's by case, that they look at what the charge was. I am not going to get into the background checks. I don't need to look at background checks. I will have to look that up and or ask a few questions and double check on if there's an exact policy on that.
Anybody else?
I just want to say that there is no written policy that I understand outside of the state, the Michigan school code, which doesn't go into that. And it is up to the moral judgment and bias of each building administrator. Similar to Jermaine, I have heard directly from a school principal of a person who, was convicted of embezzlement several years prior, and she wasn't allowed to come into the school and pass out cupcakes for her child's birthday. So again, we need a written policy that is clear on this, and so that it's not up to individuals to decide. Or we can just do away with that entirely and just stick with the central registry that again will pull up any anything that would impact our children.